My first experience at a Young Life Club was a little overwhelming. It was the Monday night, and it was like so weird to be like going to something on a Monday night. But I went, and there were just so many people that I knew there, and it was just such a welcoming environment.
It wasn't until after college that I considered becoming a Young Life leader. I was really looking for some kind of Christian community that I was lacking in my life, and just some opportunity to serve. I don't know that I was ready, but I knew that I was missing that in my life.
I first met my leader at the very first Young Life Club I went to. She was one of the first people I saw when I walked in, and it was a little weird to like walk in and have this person that's like older than you like welcoming you into someone's basement, but it like ended up being such a great night. We like instantly clicked, and like from then on I've just always admired her.
I think one of the most exciting parts for me or us being on committee after years of praying and building out groups of adults in the area to join us in this adventure was when the first Young Life activity took place. We saw cars next door, we saw a bunch of teens running in, and just the excitement surrounding that whole evening I think was awesome, and it was really cool to be a part of.
As Young Life leaders, we not only get to have fun and joke around and do silly skits, but we also get to walk alongside high school kids as they're going through real life. And honestly, that is probably the biggest honor and privilege of being a leader.
I always have like had problems, I guess, like with how I view myself, especially like when I'm with others, but since I've met my leader, she's taught me this like overwhelming confidence. My leader has just helped me, I guess, blossom into the person I am.
This is something that we know is impacting people in our community. We know it has an eternal impact.
Going to camp with a group of high school guys over the course of the week, getting to know them, getting to know their stories, and then coming to the end of the week and being able to see them hear the whole gospel and accept Christ and have their lives changed is definitely my most favorite part and most memorable part of being in Young Life.
Young Life has really just helped me grow in my relationship with Jesus. It's not like forcing it on you, but also making it known that God is always there and He's always present in your life.
The biggest joy we've had from being on committee for Young Life in South Lyon is really just being a cheerleader for leaders and just encouraging them and being able to just be behind them.
Over the years, my relationship with my leader has just grown like exponentially. I feel like every day we grow closer and closer. She's always someone I can turn to for any little thing, any big thing that's going on in my life, whether it be with my faith or with my family or my friends. And it's just, like, it's crazy to know that I have someone in my life that just really accepts me for who I am.
I think that in order to be a Young Life leader, you really have to be able to embody the example that Christ set of how we should treat people. And so to be a Young Life leader, you really have to live that out, and it challenges you to live that way.
Young Life, being on committee, being a part of this has really impacted our family in a very positive way. We're busy, and it's easy to get caught up in work and school and activities and chasing the kids around. But I think being a part of committee is something that we do together.
They cannot wait to go to Young Life. And even the other night, Reagan told one of the leaders, like, hey, are we gonna have girls' nights when I'm in middle school? And that's 5 years from now, but we know it's already impacting our kids.
I think Jesus has impacted the way I see myself. It was like, oh, like Jesus is there, like we pray at dinner, but like that was about it. But now that I've actually been in a relationship with Jesus and I know the things that He's gotten me through, I think how I see myself with others is just like He's in everything I do with everyone I do things with.
So being on the Young Life Committee isn't as big a commitment as you might think. We meet monthly and have meetings where we're planning Young Life events or different things throughout the community and hearing about what's going on in ministry from our staff person and praying together. But it's also just a great time to be together. We've just created a community.
I continue to choose to devote time to Young Life and to make time for it because the rest of the leaders really have become my best friends. I'm really glad for the community that I have through being a leader.
Young Life has changed my life in, I think, more ways than I can count. It just has brought me not only so much closer to my community and to people I may have never talked to in my life, but I think closer to God. They create such an open environment, such like a carefree environment that is just full of love and life, and I think that that's why I continue to go back there every week. It's simply just the environment. You don't know Young Life until you've been at a club or you've been at fall weekend or at camp. It's just the absolute best.